Hi Scrubs, I hope you're well.
Hello, you awesome people.
Hello, Starfan.
And welcome back to the last episode of this year. And we are so happy with the response we got from our latest episode that we were really happy about, I will have to say. It was a lot of fun to discuss with Mooney about clubs and so on. But that was last episode. Today, since it is the last episode of this year, we figured we should actually recap the entire year. We haven't been doing podcast the entire year, but I mean, this entire year has been epic in general for this game. So we have a very, very special guest with us today, and it is someone from the Star Stable headquarters, and that is Nika. Welcome, Nika.
Welcome.
Hello everyone.
Hi! So tell all the viewers, what's your name, how long have you worked at Star Stable, and so on and so on.
Okay, so my name is Nika. I'm also known as a Game Master Lillian, or as a former Queen of Redeem.
Oh yeah, we have the queen in the...
Former Queen.
Well, yeah. Once a queen, always a queen.
Oh, love to hear that. I've been at Star Stable for a while. I've been there now over 3 years. First, I joined as the Sierra manager, and this year I became a product owner at Star Stable.
And what is that?
So, what is a product owner? Product owner comes from Scrum development. And just in a nutshell, product owner is a person responsible for maximizing the value of the product create.
Okay.
It's a very businessy role.
Can you put that in normal language?
Pretty much I'm the person with another product owner that's part of the game development to help figuring out what will bring the most value to the product.
Which is Star Stable.
Which is a Star Stable. Exactly. Star Stable game.
Okay. I think the viewers will sort of understand more as we continue this podcast.
Yes.
I've heard of Scrum. Isn't that the thing where, when it's your product, you sort of review it? It kind of goes around in a cycle.
Yes,
Scrum
exactly.
development,
It's more of a iterative, short-term development that allows you for more flexibility and also to work agile.
I studied it a very long time ago. I don't really remember much.
But it's a sort of, oh yes, Scrum. Now I remember. I've done that too. Mind blown. Oh well. But you sort of are a lot of in charge of updates generally.
So we have two product owners at Star Stable, and I'm the one who's been handling what we call content at Star Stable.
Yeah.
So I worked with the horses, quests, items, all content-related updates in the game.
So you have contact with the horse committee.
Yes, I have a very daily contact.
Oof. We might want to talk to you more later. Oh well. Do you have any social media?
I do. I'm on Twitter and Instagram as Nika Bender.
Okay. And you can follow her there. You do a bit of Instagramming about your work, but mostly it's your cats.
It's mostly my cats, so it's cats and food.
But your cats are adorable, so I can't see why they wouldn't follow you anyway.
Yeah, but if you want to follow me just for the Star Stable pictures, it's a Game Master Lillian.
Oh yeah, right. Oh,
Yes.
Okay, great. So much fun to have you here, Nika.
Thank you for having me. I'm very, very happy to be on this podcast.
Yay! So happy. Oh, okay, people. So December has, well, basically done a swoosh. It's passed so quickly. It's amazing, actually. So I just want to hear, because we haven't actually talked since last time we recorded, so I want to hear what have everyone been up to. Cici, oh, how is your new apartment?
Oh, yeah, it's wonderful. Things day. So
Oh, right.
At my parents' home right now. But yeah, I just moved into a new apartment right now, just before Christmas, and it's been crazy.
Oh.
And we still haven't packed everything up yet, so it's really messy.
That does take a while, though. So
Yeah, so it doesn't really feel like a actually moved yet because it's so messy. So yeah.
No. What else have you been up to then? Or has it all been about the move?
Mhm.
No, it's been. I've also been studying and writing essays. And so it's been really stressful with the studying and the moving and all the Christmas and holidays.
I feel ya.
So yeah.
Okay, and TC, what have you been up to?
I still haven't painted. I will.
Oh my god! Your walls are still what it was 2 months ago.
Yeah, they're still plaster. So I'm gonna do it now because I was getting driving lessons and that I couldn't really. Because I was kind of thinking if I have driving lessons like every couple of days, I really need a couple of days to do this. So I was like, I'd rather just get it done after Christmas. So I'm gonna try and get it done.
Well, Christmas was a few days ago.
Yeah.
I know, but you don't really do anything at this time.
Okay.
So I haven't really done much in that regard. But in terms of Star Stable, it was yesterday. Well, it will be yesterday when this podcast goes up. But my club recently decided to completely get a totally new uniform.
Oh, I saw that!
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it too.
Yeah, so we have decided to change to the Black Hearts gear. So this is
So cool.
This is like a change for a couple of reasons. One, stats was a big thing, and we've had the same red, white, and black uniform since we started. So we decided that this was time for a change. So we now have a green, white, and black uniform, and the logo's been updated as well for it. So I'm looking forward to this year. So at the moment, I've told my whole club it's entirely optional as always. We've actually now decided to have a club horse as well, but it's also optional.
Yeah.
And we've gone with the Lusitano.
Oh, of course.
Because it's been quite a popular breed and quite a lot of the club has it already, so it's not really a big deal in that regard. I have two. So, yeah.
And it's very pretty.
It is very pretty. So, I think quite pleased with it all. Like somebody was like, "Why didn't you pick the black heart top hat or whatever hat that goes with it?" And I was like, "There isn't a hat." So we've had to just kind of pick a random hat. So yeah, but that's what we've decided to do. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm trying to come up with a couple of other new club events as well. So we'll see how that goes.
Great. So you had fun.
Yes.
With Star Stable.
Although it was just like too many star coins.
Okay. Well, my December has been mostly locking myself away from society since I have been fully busy with my paper.
Yeah.
So when I go outside, I'm like, oh gosh, there's a world outside. So I haven't really been playing that much either, except the week when Comet Hawks was going to have its last week before vacation. But yeah, other than that, I've basically been playing when it's updates. Late nights, I tend to level just to make myself stop thinking of my paper.
Yeah.
But yeah, and to make sure I get everything I wanted from the cave in the village. But yeah, I've basically been a hermit this year. Or this December.
It's too cold to go outside anyway.
It's fine. I'm a hermit my whole life, so it's okay.
Well, okay, but I don't want to be a hermit. I feel like this is not good for me. I mean, I've started to get social anxiety, which is not a fun thing to joke about. People do have it, and it's not fun to have. It actually is worrying me that occasionally I go like, do I have to go outside and be socialized? So it's actually a real worry that I will get social anxiety.
I pick and choose when I want to deal with social anxiety.
Maybe I should do that too.
It's like today, no, not going outside.
Yeah.
I also like the whole socializing. I can do it like in small doses, and then I have to plan it out.
Yeah.
Hey, you hang with me for hours. No. I do. Hey, I must be special. No, I'm kidding.
And then I'm home for next 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, right. But I don't have time. I'm a hermit. I'm a hermit for the moment. Oh well. But Nika, what have you been up for? With I know you're on vacation at the moment.
Yes, I took a bit of a long vacation during Christmas time. So I must say I haven't logged in for a while now. In the game, I've been completely offline. I was baking cookies, cooking for Christmas. Now I have to make second batch of cookies and everything else because we ate all of it in a matter of days.
Oh wow, yeah, it does happen.
So to be honest, I was more just relaxing with my family and my kiddies.
And you do deserve it, because I've heard that your job is actually it's a lot of work. So you deserve the vacation.
Thank you. It is, but it's a lot of fun work, I must say.
Yeah. I want your work. I can take it.
Here we go.
Yeah, and here we go again.
Just gonna drop the ball. Here we go.
Yeah. No. I'm not done yet. Oh, I have a paper. I have my paper.
Oh, I remember those days. Back in my days, you know.
Yeah, back in the old days. Oh well, so that has been December. So it's been a pretty busy month for everyone except vacation. But yeah, so we've been busy in our own ways. But moving on to, I think it is my favorite segment, which will be quite interesting now with Nika being here, which is our favorite and least favorite update of this month, which is then December. And let's start with Cici. What has been your least favorite update?
It's one thing in the Christmas Village.
Okay.
There was this new race that goes, up in the air and around the Christmas Village.
Yeah.
And there's one part of that I really don't like, and that is when you accidentally run into a Christmas elf. They get really angry and they swear at you. And that is so scary. You get so scared by that. They were like, I really don't like that. I feel so sorry for running into them. I really
completely opposite. I was just trying to hit all of them.
Okay, wow.
I'm so stressed.
All I'm hearing now is that
Yeah,
Cici actually didn't find anything that she didn't like. So now she did it again. She didn't like the Danish language, and now she doesn't like to be sweared at. But it's okay, Cici. Okay.
Yeah.
They do not swear, they can't swear, they just yell angrily.
And Cici doesn't like it.
Aww.
Okay, moving back then. What was your favorite update, Cici?
Well, I really love the Christmas Village. It's so cozy. So beautiful with all the lights. And, yeah.
No.
And also, I love the Clydesdales.
You can only have
They're
one.
so fancy and
Cici!
I love them so much. It's one of my favorite horse breeds because draft horses are my favorites. I've always been with draft horses, and it's so much fun that you have done like traditional show.
Oh, I mean the main
So
style.
it's fun, and it's really pretty right now with the holiday season. That they're like all pretty, and yeah, I really love them. They're really cute.
Okay. Okay, so my least favorite, I am sad to say, it was this New Year's update. And I just realized I wasn't excited for the update we got the last time, because I basically knew it would be the New Year's update. And probably because I was like, it's probably gonna be the same as every year. But there was some new stuff. It just wasn't that big. I was like, I did like the festive area and all that, but if I have to compare it to the other updates I've got this month, it was like, okay. But I did like the music.
I
Did like
actually
that.
haven't heard the music yet at all.
Yeah, you run around without the music.
I started since that podcast to actually listen to the music, so it's not that I haven't. Actually, I might have it off at the moment, but I did have it on for a really long time. The only reason I haven't heard it yet is because I haven't been in the Christmas Village since Wednesday.
It's
You have to have on the sound now because we really have a lot of sounds. music in
Yeah,
the
the
game.
problem is though that we discussed is that the game still has some soundtracks that isn't yours, and we, at least I can understand TC that she keeps it up because it's hard to always remember when recording for YouTube and so on to turn it off. I actually had one video. I was starting a race, and as I was going through it, I was like, oh, I actually can't record this because this is a song that does not belong to you. So I had to stop and redo it again and turn off the music. So yeah, that's
the
why.
main reason. Because I for a long time didn't like. Whenever the whole copyright thing started, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna switch this off, and I did.
Okay, but yeah, we would like to have the music on all the time, and it is a wish of mine that all music soon will belong to Star Stable. And for what I've heard, you are working on that. But it's like the cafe music.
Yeah, I thought actually that's the case, but if it's not, I actually have to check because it should all belong to us. And if it doesn't, we should change it. I mean, we are revamping music either way.
Yeah.
So we should change it and it all belongs to us. But I'll have to check that.
It is the cafe music, and I also know the pony race music that is also being used in the Icelandic race that I realized, and that's when I had to stop and redo it.
Oh, I didn't know that because I've not done that race in ages.
Yeah, I did it in my Let's Play, and I started, and I was like, in my head I heard Esme saying, don't use that music, and I was like, oh, okay, I have to redo this.
Yeah, because Michael Chris is notorious for that, so that's why I had the music off. Yeah, whenever we got that quest that Elisa mentioned about the Lusitano, and that track was written just for that particular bit. Yeah. I didn't get to experience any of that because I had the music off for months.
Right. It's so bad.
So I have been switching it back on. I was so glad that I had the sounds switched on for when the Caliters left, because that would have really not had the atmosphere otherwise. Because that genuinely spooked me a little bit. I was like, ooh. So I think I would have been very upset if I hadn't had the music on for that. But now I know to, so I usually will put it on. But sometimes I switch it off. I think when I'm live streaming, I usually do switch it off, because if I have live stream music going on and the game music, it's a bit too much.
Moving back to that was my least favorite was the festival, but I did like the music there. My favorite was the Clydesdale. I mean, wow, what a way to end this year with that horse.
Yeah.
Do you both like its neck wobble? I love its neck wobble.
I am loving the trot. Oh my god, the trot is amazing. Oh, and I want to use it as a collectible, so I will start buying more soon.
The only thing I'm a little bit sad about with the Clydesdale was the fact that you couldn't change the ribbon colours. Or you couldn't have different ones for it. That's the only thing that I was sad about with those. I haven't got a Clydesdale yet. I'm going to wait a little while and maybe see what other colours we get. I want to make sure I get the right one.
I can tell you why is that. It's just we don't have that function yet.
Yeah.
So we need to have it as a new main star.
Yet.
She said yet, people. It's a work in progress.
So it will then have to be the same, a new main style, but then with just a different color.
I love that you can actually exchange the different mains, because that's something I wanted on the other horses. I haven't got to try it myself, obviously, but I heard about it and I was like, yes.
Yeah, it's awesome. So that was my favorite. Nika, what's your favorite and least favorite update of December?
Are we talking about just December or the whole year?
Yeah, only the December right now.
Only December. The thing is, I mean, most of Decembers, they're all my babies, so you can't say which baby you don't like. I like them all. I'm sorry. I can't pick it up.
Okay. You can just say your favorite then. Just favorize one of them.
I think my favorite would be actually the winter Yorick wild horse.
Oh yeah, that was a cool.
I love Clydesdale, I love it, but I think I really like the winter Yorick wild horse.
Yeah,
it's been quite fun.
Yeah. Okay, and you don't have a least one. least favorite?
As I said, I'm
okay.
sorry.
It's
I
okay.
tried.
Oh yeah, you did try. It's okay. Now, TC, do you have an answer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's your least favorite update?
My least favorite is the
Mhm.
goats. As usual.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
They're back.
Yeah.
Torturing me on the ice.
Yeah,
And then they went invisible for a little while. I didn't appreciate it that much. So,
Yeah.
like, I understand Cece's struggle with that race, the other race,
Mm-hmm.
because that was a bit of a struggle at the first. I ended up in a couple of places I wasn't supposed to. I ended up
Mhm.
Fort Pinta at one point. But,
Wow.
What?
Yeah, I ran into something, got hit by 2 sleighs in a row, and was sent back to Fort Pinta, but it continued to start the race. So I was doing the race in Fort Pinta.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
I'm just trying to kind of like try to understand what actually happened.
Oh, dear.
it was not where I expected to end up at all. But no, the Yule goats on the ice, just because I just every time I chase them, I scream at them and continue to get to scream at them. So burn the Yule goats.
Oh boy.
Um,
Actually, we can all tell you that the Swedish Yule goat still stands. It has not been burned down.
darn it.
Since we need to talk about it next episode. Yay!
And then my favorite thing, I'm gonna have to agree with Nika. I love the new Frosty Wild. I think it's beautiful. I bought one and I've called mine Ghoul. Well, that's its pet name. It's not its actual name.
No.
But I think it's gorgeous. I really like
Oh.
it in its frosty color and in its normal color, because I like the Norse Swedish, but I never got it in the Norse Swedish, and then I saw this one and I was like, oh, I really like this, so I'm glad I kind of have a Norse Swedish now. So
Oh, okay.
and it's kind of like a unicorn, so I'm happy.
So cute.
Yeah.
It is very cute.
So I'm very happy with that.
I like how it poofs air.
Mm.
Yeah.
That it's so cold.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to our monthly wish. As you've all noticed, people, when it comes to this episode, we are sort of doing it a weird way, and that is because this topic is about the entire year. So we decided to just start with December and be done with it before we talk about the entire year, if you are a bit confused right now. So our monthly wish, I decided to be a bit generous. I am Santa Rose right now, and I have allowed TC and CC to have 2 wishes this time. So let's start with CC. What are your 2 wishes for this month?
2.
Yeah.
Well, to continue on the Your Required, I will also really love the newest with the North Swedish body model, and I would really, really want a purple fjord Your Required.
Oh goodness!
Because that would be my favorite horse ever.
Don't you mean a Pandoric fjord?
Yes, Pandora Fjord. Oh my god, yes.
I don't know. Obviously, we have to call Yidris. Does anyone has? I mean, do you have Yidris' phone number? Maybe I might have somewhere. I need to have a talk with him.
Yeah.
Oh, and like the really cute Pandoric swirl, like the Sony has. That would be really cute.
Okay.
Well, like what is the name of Idris Pandoric horse?
See.
She has really cool patterns on her legs.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
It would be really cool, like purple Pandoric fjord with like the Sony swirl in the head and like the C's leg markings. Oh, that would be awesome.
So CC is already made the course. You can just invite her to the office so she can sit by Lisa and just instruct her how to do it.
Yes.
I see a new hashtag. Please make
CC Pandoric
Fjord.
Fjord.
Yeah, CC Pandoric Fjord. There you go.
We have the new hashtag, people. Start spamming.
Yes. Spam. Team Fjord, yay!
Okay, what is your second wish?
Oh, well,
if you have one.
I really wish for an updated wardrobe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm still really.
Have you found the club outfit yet?
Yes, I did. Actually, it was on my front page all along.
Oh!
It's so stupid and I thought I lost it, but I didn't. So, yes.
Well, it doesn't matter now, we're on vacation, so...
Yeah, I know. I just found it when we went on vacation. I'm like, darn it.
There it is! It's
Yeah,
actually quite funny.
yeah, it is.
Ah, okay, TC, do you have your 2 wishes for this month?
I would really like to see the reindeers get an update for next year.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a
yeah.
couple of edits on Instagram and they're
Oh,
gorgeous.
yeah.
So
Mhm.
I would love if they got an update. I think that would be really nice because I want to relate it to this month for my wishes.
Yeah, okay.
So the other thing that I would, I guess, kind of like is, I suppose the ability with the rest of the horses that we have actually kind of related back to the Clydesdales is interchangeable mane and tail styles, and then to eventually have the little ability to have the, with the ribbons, different colors, like we can choose the
Ooh.
color. I think that would be awesome. I'd love that. So those
Yeah,
would be my
okay.
2 wishes.
Cool.
Mhm.
And I would say my wish is that, and this is something that has been bothering me a lot when I started doing a few more sort of story videos for my YouTube. When you want to do the emotes for showing that you're happy or you're sad or angry, something that is really annoying me is the pop-up little bubble that comes above the head.
Oh,
Yeah.
And in a way I understand why it's there, but it is sort of like the location notification thingy that I was so annoyed with this
yeah.
year as well. But it's better now. That I feel like it is a bit too much, since it already says in the chat also what you're basically doing, what kind of emotes. So I think if we could remove that bubble and just have the information text in the chat, it would be amazing.
Like, the way that we got the ability to turn certain things off. I think if it was like there, because I have seen the way some people use it in videos, like they do use the speech bubble. So I guess if it was you could turn it off or on. I think
that would be
good.
cool. Because I just want it gone. I want it gone, like the location notification text. I want it gone like a virus. yeah, I'm feeling very strongly for it. And the second wish is I also wish for horse equipment to have a bit of a bigger purpose, to make horses that aren't tolerant for the cold in Dino Valley. So you have certain sort of blanket and leg wraps that sort of makes them a little bit more intolerant. More tolerant to the cold. It's not gonna be to the exact same level as like an Icelandic or a Swedish horse, but just make them slightly faster.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be very
I'd like that because I did an event recently and I went into Dino on a non-cold tolerant horse.
Well,
I was like, why haven't you brought your cold tolerant horse? I'm gonna change to it afterwards.
oh, well, that's actually just bad planning from your part.
Well, it kind of was. It was because the horses were in the tack that I wanted and I couldn't be bothered to change it over. That was pure laziness on my part, if I'm honest.
Okay. So, Nika, do you have any wishes?
Well, I actually realized I could have 2 wishes.
Ooh,
I have
okay.
a huge one, but I have. If I'm gonna choose 2, it would be updating the reindeers, same as DC, and actually the second one for December would be updating the snow.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. Only in Winter Village or in the entire Yorick?
As the assets are usually shared across the world, we call them assets as art assets. That's been on our to-do list for a while now to update the snow. It's fairly old art.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially when I've been playing a bit of Red Dead Redemption 2. That snow is amazing. But
And
also, I guess, I can understand that it would be hard to implement that kind of snow into the game, since Red Dead Redemption 2 is a finished game and not an online game. But something similar would be nice.
Well, that's the thing. Because we have a better... It's not a better tech, but let's just say we have more options now than we had a few years back. So I think snow deserves a bit of an revamp, I would say. And I hope that will be my wish for December, probably next year.
Yeah, cool. I think a lot of people would like that, especially covering entire your week. Apparently,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
yeah,
That's I'm quite aware of
Of-
wishes
yeah,
the snow
yeah.
for the snow.
I just think back to the Star Seal Rewind video.
yeah.
Whenever
It's so
Grape,
funny.
no!
We talk about this. No, 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 we have
No,
not.
there is a very good reason, and I think we've been mentioning in the community the community managers at Star Stable, been mentioning it as an answer to the players. It's one thing. It's the amount of work that's required to set up that snow in the world because of the way how it's set up.
Yeah.
Another thing is that there have been a lot of complaints about lag and everything else and the problems when we have. So that's why when I said the snow requires a revamp, because it really requires a big revamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And you're already working on updating the world in general.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, it can be a wish for next year, but something tells me it's gonna be a few years.
Because I kind of feel like I would rather wait until it's, whenever the entire game has got its revamp,
Yeah,
rather than bring it out half finished.
yeah, that's true.
Because I don't think it would, I think I want people to be like, wow,
Yeah,
Because the
exactly.
Christmas Village, for example, when that came
It's
out,
nice.
I was like, this is phenomenal. I love this. So like when people are like, oh, I miss the overall snow, I'm like, no, I kind of prefer it.
Yeah.
I kind of get it though, it's nice being Christmassy, but
Yeah,
some people don't like the winter all the time.
yeah, exactly.
No, I do remember from the previous years, like we would have snow, and then after 2 weeks, people start complaining that we removed snow.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay.
And then you had it too long. It's like, when is the snow going away? It has been a month now. It's like, well, that's how it is in Sweden. Well, actually, we have snow for 3 months. If we're
No.
lucky, actually, nowadays.
No, nowadays it's like we wish to have snow.
Yeah, now it's, We did have a white Christmas in Sweden. It was magical.
We didn't. It rained and it was foggy.
Oh, boy.
The last one was 2012, maybe?
Yeah, it's been a long time. So sad. Oh, well. Climate change. Well, do you have another wish, Nika?
Well, I said 2.
Did you say two? Oh,
The
sorry.
reindeers and the snow.
Oh, yeah, right, the reindeers. Okay, but then I think we're done with December. So, are we ready to take on the entire year of 2018?
We'll try.
Okay, so we will be starting with the questions that revolves everyone answering, basically. So, let's start with what has been your favorite horse release of this year and why? Let's start with Cici.
Well, no surprise here, but it's the fjords.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's why I started with you.
Yeah,
Deep your horse.
yeah, 2 euros definitely. And it's been extra much for me because the fjord horse, the older version, the first version, it came out so long ago, and it was the last horse without the animations.
Oh, yeah, right.
Because the horse after that was the American quarter horse.
Oh, yeah, right.
And they were the very first horse that could like blink and move more and
That
be
was
more alive.
revolutionary.
So for me, I fell in love with fjord horses, of course, but I
Yeah.
was a little bit bitter
Oh.
about that. They were just right before the animation.
Oh.
So it was like my dream breed that I've always wanted for the entire time I played the game for many years. And then it was just before, and I was like, oh, I loved them, but they could have been like a bit more perfect.
And
So,
now,
wow,
what
they-
are they now? Yeah, they are perfect.
So cute. I love them so much. And I'm
Oh.
No.
The new one's really grown on me, so it has.
Yeah.
Like, because I didn't have the old ones, because I kind of hummed and hawed about getting them, and then I was like, no, I'll just wait, because I felt like Fjord Horse was like one of the most wanted new updated horses, so I was
Yeah.
like, when they started doing new updates like on horses, I was like, I think I'll wait and see. So
Smart.
I quite like mine, actually. I've come to quite like it quite a lot, so yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're really cool.
I mean, this question is just for what I do. Every time there is a new horse, I have a review out, and they are the most watched on my channel, and it is because I just love horses. I mean, my favorite episode so far in this podcast has been about horses. Oh, horses. So, actually answering this question was quite tricky for my part. It has not been a breed that has been making me feel head over heels like the Icelandic horse or the Hanoverian, but there is still one breed that I love, and it is the Lusitano.
Oh, yeah.
And that is because probably it's because I mean it's not really it's not a top 10 for when I did give scores. I don't give scores anymore because there's still some stuff with the gates that I'm not quite happy with, but it does have a personal connection to me from real life. So I have I have 4 Lusitanos. While 2 of those are actually horses I met in real life, so they are very, very special to me. So yeah, the Lusitano is my favorite of this year. Nika, what has been your favorite this year?
That was also a difficult one, but I would say my favorite was Zoni.
The Sony. Oh,
yes,
really?
the Zoni. I just love what's been done with the Zoni, with the glowing mark that has never been done before. So I think that's what makes it a bit special, at least in my eyes, as I'm in a production of sold the horses this year. That's why I find it special.
Yeah, okay,
and it's so cute, and Idris' creation, and I just love the whole thing about Zoni.
Oh yeah, it is really cute to see it running around, being adorbs.
I was really sad that it wasn't black and white.
Oh gosh.
I saw an edit and it just looked so pretty. I have an obsession, or I have a problem with black and white horses, but it's, I actually thought the Zoni was really cute when I saw it in the game, because sometimes like there's horses in the promotional images where I'm like, oh, I really like this, and then I really like it in game, and then there's been other ones where I'm like, and then when I see it in game, I'm actually like, oh, I like that way better. So the Zoni was one of those actually that I really preferred in the game compared to the promotional images. But yeah, I would love a black and white one. I'm just putting that one out there.
Another wish.
Duly noted.
Okay, but what is that your favorite breed of this year?
Well, this is the favorite horse. Well, it is a breed. I mean, it is.
Yeah, but favorite horse. Yeah. Okay, but TC, what has been your favorite horse, or did you actually agree with the Sony?
My favorite horse this year is actually really difficult to pick. I'm sort of torn slightly between the Lusitano and the Chicaner. And the reason I don't really want to go with the Chicaner is the trot. But the horse itself is beautiful. And I really do love the Lusitano, but the thing with the Lusitano is I'm not as keen on the overall gaits on it.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to go with the Chicaner. Because I've always kind of wanted a sort of a big sporty horse. Sort of in Pinto or something like that. So I think the Chicaner for that kind of really kind of filled that void in a way.
But that trot.
I know, but I'm going to forgive it for the trot. I am going to forgive it for the trot, because I think the overall look of the horse and actually the detailing is probably one of the best ones that there has been. In that regard. So I think for that reason, that is kind of the one that I would pick. Like, I absolutely think it's gorgeous. Like, I've been trying to debate whether I'm going to buy the bay and white Pinto, because I'm like, I really, really like this. That trot. So it's kind of like, I've decided I'm going to go with Chicaner, I think, because I think the Lusitanos are gorgeous, and I do have the 2 Lusitanos, but I think it was something that you sort of mentioned about the idle animations. The Lusitanos are very sort of just, very still. And I sort of do like a little bit, like, not, well, to be fair, my favourite horse for a really long time was English Thoroughbreds, and they like do not stand still at all.
No.
So it's not for me to say it's that, but I like my horses to have, something a wee bit quirky about them, or a little bit, something that gives them kind of a wee bit of personality. So I guess Chicaner is going to win for me, because my Lusitanos are very graceful, very calm and well behaved.
They're so
Trakeator
pretty.
isn't so much. So I guess I'm gonna go with the Trakeator for that reason.
Okay. Okay. So, next question. What has been your favorite featured update? When I mean feature, I mean anything that is like something added to the game, like in the menu where you can like remove your hat and then put it on again, or the star or something like that. That is what I mean feature. So, Cici, what has been your feature?
It's been really kind of like life-changing with the photo mode.
Oh my god, I believe you.
Yeah, I just can't imagine playing without it now, actually. Because before that, I had to use a program outside of Star Stable.
Yeah.
Or I had to like screenshot with my computer and then go to MS Paint
Yeah.
and paste it in there and then save it.
Yeah.
Which is it's such a big hassle.
Did we actually get photo mode this year?
Yes, we got photo mode this year.
Oh, okay. I didn't think we got it this year. It felt
it
like
was-
longer.
It was very early this year,
Yeah.
I believe. And I have to agree with you, Cici, that is also my favorite feature update. It's like I just can't think back to the time we didn't have photo mode. It's like pre-photo mode time. Like
The dark
even-
ages.
Yes, the dark ages before photo mode. And I am so happy that I got to know that photo mode was actually a Friday passion project.
Yeah, that is so cool.
It's so cool. That person needs a lot of cred, like employee of the year.
Someone needs to bake a cake.
We shall make a cake.
Yes, I want.
I think that person will be very, very happy. I was like, I can give him/her chocolate.
Yes.
But I think
I'll
cake is
switch
even
it.
better.
Yeah.
I think cake is even better.
Yes, I would love to have fika with this person.
Yeah, me too.
I'm ready. Anyway. So, yes, photo mode is it's amazing.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I mean we got the feature where you can turn off location notification text, and I still choose photo mode as my favorite feature. That does says a lot.
Yeah, that's the sign of love.
I'm gonna have to agree, because if I compare it to like the new map, I love the new map system.
Yeah.
I also love the fact that I can turn off notifications.
Oh yeah.
But photo mode is just so useful. It's so useful for Instagram. It's so useful for just videos, for thumbnails. Like I cannot say there's nothing that that's not
it's
useful
amazing.
for. So like I would love to see more features in it maybe as well. Because the only issue that I sometimes have with it is sometimes you just want your horse and your character in focus, but sometimes you'll click on your character and your horse gets slightly out of focus. So if at some point we could select the character and the horse to be in focus, that would just be extra props. But otherwise, that's definitely my favorite as well.
I'm so happy with it. Photo mode.
Yeah.
Oof, I even mentioned it during the interview during the Star Stable Live.
Yeah.
I just had to say it. Photo mode. People, photo mode. But Nika, what has been your favorite feature update?
Guess what? It's actually photo mode. However, as a player, it's a photo mode, but as a developer, that would not be my favorite feature.
What?
Let's just say that it opened up some possibilities, or no, it was more of a struggles for the future things. So it's a bit of a tricky thing when we work on other new things. Let's just say it creates a bit of an extra complexity to some things, which is why, as a developer, it would not be my top favorite, but as a player, it is definitely.
It's a hate-love relationship.
I wouldn't say hate-love. It's more of like love and like door.
Damn it, you're complicated. It's a complicated relationship altogether. Okay, cool. So Photoman wins altogether this year. That's just so cool. So you have to tell that person later that it wins. Okay.
I should just mention a cake, because you said a cake, now I'm just mentioning a cake.
Oh, okay. Cici, we have to make a cake.
Yeah, I love making cakes.
So you make cake, and I'll bring coffee or something. Yay! Okay, moving on to the next question. What has been your favorite main story quest release? And when I counted, And when I counted, we got 4
Wow.
parts this year. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Nika.
Sorry, I didn't count them
Wait,
beforehand.
wait, we met Rhiannon and started Start for Starbreed. It was that part where we sort of knew where Concord was, and then the third is where we got Concord.
Did we meet Evergrey this year or last year? Because
That was last year.
Oh, okay, because I did
Last
it this
year
year
we
because
did
I was
Evergrey.
like, I really liked that, but then that
Yeah.
was that.
Yeah,
I
no,
just
no.
did it later than everybody else.
All Pandoria was last year. But I believe there was a 4th part, and I can't remember it right now. Oh well. It's either 3 or 4 part this year. So let's start with Cece. What was your favorite main story quest? Part.
It's a little bit difficult to
Yeah.
say because I did the quest so long ago.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to. My memory is not good. I'm getting old.
We're all old.
I
I'm
remember
an old
I really
person.
loved them.
Tell me about it.
Oops.
Yeah. I do really like the ones where we met Rhiannon and we got to know more about the Starbreeds. That was really cool, and it was really cool to run around and search for it.
Was that
Yeah.
like whenever, I don't know if this, you're probably gonna tell me this was last year. Remember whenever we were at the big tree? Obviously, anybody that hasn't done this quest, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
When you're at the big tree with Justin and everything. Is
Yeah.
that part of this year as well?
I think that was last year. I'm thinking the jailbreak was last year.
Yeah, after you've broken them out and you're like on South Foot.
No, I think Jailbreak was this year.
Was it this year?
What?
Oh.
So
I feel like it was
Yeah.
this year.
I have
too.
to refresh my memory on this.
Yeah.
I feel like it was this year.
Because I remember the part where you're sort of, again, spoiler, hunted by the druids. Was it this year or was it last year? This year.
Yeah.
This year.
We can say it's this year.
Yeah. It's hard.
This
to
year
keep
has been a
long.
long year.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
still it swooped so fast.
Yeah.
Okay, but that is your favorite Cece.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to pick one because they all.
Are linked together. I know.
Yeah, so I remember them as a blob, and it was
Oh,
all
okay.
amazing. I can't really like separate.
Oh.
Yeah. I kind
Yeah.
of feel the same. It does kind of sort of nearly blur together a bit.
Yeah, a bit. I don't know what I was thinking when I picked this question. I was thought it would be interesting, and I'm like, no, wait, what? But I think my favorite was the jailbreak, if it was this year. But the one that I do know was this year was when we got to find Concord, and when it was Idris included into the game or into the story quest, because that sort of presented him as the anti-hero, which I am really liking. That's so far, at least, he is a sort of anti-hero in the game, and I always love an anti-hero.
Yeah, I would
I
have
don't
to
know.
agree. Like with that, I really quite liked that. Like the way that Idris was brought into the main story quest. I liked that. It was fun because it wasn't just then a side quest.
Yeah, no.
And Idris has been
Yeah.
very popular for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
So I like that inclusion with that, and I also did really enjoy the jailbreak stuff as well. So those would be my favorites.
That was fun. That was a very interesting perspective. Us being an anti-hero as well. And Nika, you're the last one who hasn't answered this.
I answered, I think, the first one. Idris.
Oh.
Hashtag name Idris.
Who was the favorite
love-
character this year?
I love
Idris.
Idris. I love everything between Idris. I know. I can't help it.
He's a drug to Nika.
No,
wow.
I love his personality. I love that, he's not a bad guy. It's just a matter of perspective,
Yeah.
I mean,
Which is most anti-heroes.
Exactly. And I do love about him. He's one of the more complex characters in the game.
Yeah.
And I would say the whole circus and trying to find it's been
Although
quite fun.
I have to say the whole part where you are sort of running away when he's trying to attack you, and you have to get something. I have already forgotten what you did, but you have to get something to stop him.
The clock. Yeah.
Yeah, the clock. That was just a bit too easy.
I actually really struggled with that bit. I was like,
Oh wow!
I can't guess.
You see, it's difficult to find the balance.
Never mind then.
I went in and I was like, what am I supposed to do? And I was just running around after him, and then I didn't get it because I thought I had to click on him or something, and then I realized that I had to be within a proximity to him for a certain amount of time or something, and I was like, oh, took a while.
Okay, never mind then. I guess it was okay. Okay, so that was a fun and interesting question. Taking notes for future questions. Moving on, what ordinary update has been your favorite? Which by then I mean any basically side quests or anything else that haven't been asked before already. So, Cici, what has been your ordinary update or side quest or whatever? I didn't know what to call it.
Yeah, I really appreciate when more pants got +5 in Ryan.
Oh yeah.
Because I was stuck with those black pants forever.
Oh my God,
I had my beautiful, colorful championship outfit with black pants, and it just didn't go together, and it made me insane. So I just never entered championship. Now I have so many options, and I can have purple pants. I'm so happy.
And I was like the exact opposite. I loved my black pants, and I still wear them.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's funny.
I haven't worn them forever.
Yeah.
I do wear like some other ones now, but they are still the ones that I wear all the time.
Yeah.
They are good though. They do look good those scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just good to be able to choose many different.
Yeah.
It was so boring that you just won. If you really wanted to have the best stats, you had to use those, and that really annoyed me.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy now.
Okay. I would have to say it is the Dundle quests. They were fun, but what I was mostly happy about was that they had a lot of, in my opinion, good role models being presented there, like Rania, for first of all, but also when I say Dundle's quest, I mean the ones that were this year, and that was when Rania's mom was running for major, which is a woman running for a very high position, which I like. And also that she is in a relationship with a woman, so we now have our first, the gay couple. So, and also the good part of importance too. If you can vote, you should go and vote. So that's why I love the Dundle quests for that part. At my tongue, as usual. I can't speak.
There's a lot of good stuff coming out of Dundle this year, definitely.
Yeah. Nika, what has been your favorite ordinary update?
I'm sorry again.
Oh my goodness.
I wasn't able to choose one. Again, my babies.
Wow.
So, but I'm gonna keep it really short. So kind of like looking at the whole year. First was the Cloud Kingdom, which I love because it brought a new type of a race, magical race where you had rainbow wings and you're on the rainbow, and it was really, really fun. It was it was something new. Then I really liked the Midsummer because it was also very new. Revamped the Midsummer. And I really love, I actually absolutely adore the Horse Rescue Ranch.
Oh yeah.
And then when it comes to other events, the Fashion Week and the Halloween are just epic. Again, completely revamped this year, and I really, really love what it has done with them. And I think they're great. I really think they provide a lot of fun for players. At least to me. I love striking poses and taking pictures.
Pose for the Vogue. Okay. Okay, so that's your list of favorite updates.
You see, but I said it really fast, so no, count it as one.
Okay. It's okay. We take it. Okay. So, TC, now you have a recap for what we got this year. Now, do you have an answer?
I do. I'm gonna say that I.
Oh wait, can I guess?
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved like the entire Halloween update. I ever since I saw Galliford Thompson's horse in the game, I was like, Star Stable, please, I will buy it. If you put it up for sale, I will buy it, and I did. So
Yeah.
thank you, Star Stable. I loved the Galliford Thompson's keep. It is just phenomenally beautiful.
Yes.
I absolutely love it. There's nothing about that keep that I didn't like. I still want that as my home stable. I'm still campaigning for this. So I loved that. It was just...
I'm sorry. I'm not sure. I'm sorry.
I know. It's just a wish, alright? But like, I loved it. I was like, it's stunning. I think it would be super nice at some point if like there was a spooky, like, I don't know, okay, people are probably not going to back me up on this. Silverglade Village Castle being spooky, but yeah, you could, do something like that. But I loved the whole look of that place. I had a really, really fun time in there. So that and getting the Galliford Thompson's horse, like that was like just generally I think was my favorite overall for the regular updates of the year because and the race as well. The race was great. I really liked it.
I love the stories from all the from all the ghosts. Even though they were quite tragic.
They were very tragic.
Spooky, but they were good.
Spooky, it's Halloween.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It was your...
Did you have to include a child dying? Being trampled to death? Wow. Really? Dark.
Let me say, this Halloween, which it was quite spooky.
It was dark.
I loved it.
Okay, yeah. Oh well. That was everyone answering. Sometimes I forget. That was everything. Good. So, what update was the biggest surprise for you? Cece?
Well, the biggest surprise is like the updates that you never knew you wanted. And then they just show up and you're like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Last year we had shadows.
Yeah.
And that's something that no one ever really thought about. And then they were there and we were like, wow.
It was
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
Except for our club owner who doesn't like it.
For me, I had demon shadows everywhere. They weren't actually underneath my horse. It was hilarious for me. I just had demons everywhere. I quite enjoyed it though.
Yeah. I was like, well, then you felt right at home.
It totally should have been. It's not a bug, it's a feature.
It's a feature.
It's a feature. It's demons. Star Stable going dark.
So I really
Okay,
liked
sorry.
the update with the sounds to the game.
Yeah.
The sounds and the sounds from the saddle and everything. That update really added so much to the game, and it's really, really cool.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So that was a big surprise that you hadn't really thought about it that much, but when we got it, it was like, wow, this is so cool. This has made the game so much better.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, I thought the sounds were very well received, like generally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they definitely. I wasn't expecting them at all.
No.
Yeah.
No. Well, I sort of was expecting, because I felt like the sounds we had before was just not okay. And they needed to be updated. But yeah, I never really thought of them that was something to be prioritized. So when they did come, I was surprised by that.
Yeah.
But I would say that my biggest surprise was still that it was Starter Horse being updated so soon again. we did know that they would be updated again, but I thought that would be years. And then it was like, whoop, they're being updated again, and I was like, oh really?
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Fast.
They're amazing. And I changed my starter horse twice now. Yeah, I'm awful. But I love him now, and he shall be as he is right now. It will never happen again.
I'm gonna hold you to this.
Oh my goodness.
We shall remember this moment today.
I made a store and everything that makes it like, yeah, I cannot do this again. That would be like, now it's just weird and awful. Okay. Now, Nika, you sort of know what all the updates is gonna come, but still, was there an update that you were like, really? Are we doing it already this year, or something that you never thought would actually be in the game?
That's the thing. As my job of product owner is to figure out, what we should work next. I can't be surprised.
Yeah.
But someone must have said the idea of something that where you went like, huh, okay, didn't see that coming.
I was trying to think about it, but nothing really. I mean, I think something happened this year, but I just can't.
Wow.
I'm sorry, like
It's not memorable.
No, the thing is, like, so many things have been happening this year. It's just been so many new things, and we've been working on so many. We're still working on so many new things. So I think the Moreland revamp and the starter course. There were two projects that I'm really happy that we made them this year. And I'm really happy, actually, how long it took. So I wouldn't say it was the biggest surprise, but I would say it is something that was in a way a very pleasant, in a way, surprise.
Yeah, because you didn't see it coming this year.
Well, it was
Okay.
kind of
Moving on.
sorry.
This is going great. No, it's fun. Okay, so that was all the updates. But now again, in a year we have gotten a lot, but there must have been something that we just been feeling like we've been missing. So this not the last question, but the second last is, what did you miss from this year that you are hoping will come in 2019? Cece?
Wait,
Yes.
I didn't answer the last one.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I forgot. I knew this would happen. Okay, TC, what was your biggest surprise for you?
I had an epiphany about this.
Oh,
It was whenever the screenshot of Yidris on a body pillow was released. I
Oh
don't
my
think I've ever had such a strong reaction to anything from Star Stable in my life.
Oh, right.
Guess what's my wallpaper?
Whenever that was released, I don't think I could breathe for about 5 minutes.
From laughing or crying or whatever other feeling you were
Laughter.
having. Okay, laughter.
I thought it was brilliant. I loved it, but it made me laugh. I couldn't stop. So that was probably one of the biggest surprises. Because it was not what I expected Star Stable to do. So.
Yeah, that is true. We did not expect that.
Yeah.
That was genuinely the biggest surprise I've had this year. So there you go.
Okay. Oh, okay. Now everyone has answered this question. What did you miss from this year that you are hoping will come in 2019? Cece?
Yes. As mentioned before, I really wish and hope for an updated wardrobe.
Oh yeah.
And we did get here and like a hint that you at Starship are working on an update version. So I really hope to get that next year.
An updated wardrobe. Yeah, I would not mind that at all.
Forever. And it feels like I'm really nagging about it.
No, it's okay. I feel a lot of people would probably want that. It's on top of the wish list.
I also wish for the function to to be able to decorate our home stable.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that part. Yeah, what happened to that,
With
Nika?
the furniture and the sofas and stuff, and the furniture shop
Yeah,
in the what is it?
Yeah.
New York City.
Governor's Fall.
I
Yeah.
really would like to see that. I'm not.
Yeah.
I really would wish for that.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm really excited for next year.
Yeah,
Because this year has been crazy and really, really cool.
yeah, that's true.
I can only say that has not been. I mean, it's not forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something that it's not even on hold. It's just something that's not completely done yet.
Ah,
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean,
Yeah.
now
Okay.
no spoilers. Can't say anything more.
no,
But I
no.
can't say it's not forgotten. Like we didn't forget about it.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just been for a while. Like it's been kind of like up and down with the whole. It's kind of in the background.
Yeah.
Okay, then we know. It's
We'll
not
see.
been forgotten. That's
It hasn't
most
been
what
forgotten.
we want to hear. I had to say that I missed a big riding club update.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Because, I mean, riding clubs is a huge part of this game.
Yeah.
And if you want to hear the entire list of a big riding club update, just listen to the podcast episode we just had before.
Yeah.
Episode 5
Yeah.
with Mooney. We had an entire list of what we would like
Mhm.
and requirements and what we miss from a riding club feature. But yeah, I would really hope that is coming next year.
Yeah. It'd be really good to have that because I feel like clubs definitely need that.
Yeah, I can see Nika sitting there right now and go like, I have to write this
Taking
down.
You know me so well.
Meeting, emergency meeting.
Just to kind of touch on a little bit now, like, because I kind of agree with you, like, because it is very difficult to kind of talk to people in game effectively on Star
Yeah.
Stable, and like you're not supposed to talk about social media because of the rules, but a lot of us do drift towards it because it's the only way to effectively communicate with our clubs. Because I can't
Yeah.
message all of the members of my club, for example. I can't
Yeah, I know.
tell them when a club event is because if they don't look at the I do not use my calendar, for example, for organizing club events. What's in my calendar is the championship times because a lot of my club are racers, so it's like useful for them.
Yeah.
But like I want to be able to like tell them when an event's going to be, like a little notification, like just with the championship stuff, or when they log on, they'll be told there's going to be a club event here at what time and where where it is. Because I feel like for a lot of people that would be really helpful, and it would mean that people don't have to necessarily use outside means. Like some people are still going to do it. I know that I'll still use outside means as well, but I think especially for younger ones who want to run a club but don't, maybe their parents don't let them, or anything like that. I think that needs to be there. Because it then is going to keep people using the in-game system.
Yeah,
So.
just a big update. I would like a riding arena just for the club.
Yeah, like we've listed all of it in episode 5.
Yeah,
so like,
everything. Just listen to episode 5. It's just fine.
episode 5.
Big wish list.
It's got like all of it, so we'll not go into all of it now because we'll be here all day.
No. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I've got to agree with Rose in that regard. I think clubs need a big overhaul in that regard. That would be a big thing for me, I guess, too. The only other thing that I kind of want, and I've already told Lisa, undead skeleton horse.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Maybe
hold
next
out.
Halloween.
Demon horse.
Oh yeah, the demon horse. I wouldn't mind a demon horse either,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, that would be
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
There's my Halloween wish for next year.
And Nika, now I know that you sort of already know what 2019 is gonna be all about. So it's gonna be quite hard for you to answer this question.
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah, should we just skip it?
Yeah, I think
Can we guess though? Or we'll say what we want what we wouldn't be as worried about.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, I think the only thing that I wouldn't be as worried about in 2019, generally,
Mm-hmm.
I guess I wouldn't mind slightly less horses if there was more story and updates to
Nope,
separately and stuff.
do not agree.
Not like loads less, but I'd be fine with a little bit giveaway. I'm not saying a lot because I still want to be able to get horses and stuff, but I feel like I would be okay with a little bit less just for that purpose. But yeah,
That hurt.
I'm sorry.
You hurt me.
You could still have your horses. I'm just saying, like, I'd be okay with. No, actually, do you know what it is? I'd rather the horses that we have that haven't got an update than get a new breed.
Yeah,
That's really what I want.
that's true.
So really,
Focusing on updating.
yeah,
breed.
I guess what I mean when I say excluded from 2018, I'd like more updates to old content
Yeah.
at the expense of some new content. That's what I really
I
mean
have to
overall.
agree.
So,
True.
hmm.
Huh? Yeah.
Continuing revamping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Continue camping, and we do know that you're going to, since we've
Yeah.
seen the sneak peek of the Soul Riders, and we do know that we are gonna get some story quests quite soon in the following year. What else could probably pop out next year? I am getting but we can guess which breed we already have in the game that will be updated, and we'll see if we are right. So if we each say a breed that we think is going to be updated next year, Cece, which breed do you think it is?
The Tinker Horse.
Yeah, the Gypsy Wanner. Yeah. Okay, and TC?
I feel two minds about this English Thoroughbred.
Ooh, interesting. Really? Okay. Interesting. I'm not quite sure, but I'm hoping the Morgan.
Ooh.
It's
I love
a
my
very...
Morgan.
No, we cannot
No.
have it as it is right now. It's a rocking horse.
Don't hurt my Ditzy. I love my Ditzy.
Ah.
Never alone.
But I was like looking around for a Western horn, and I was like, oh, a Morgan, and I realized that I had completely forgotten that breed. And it is a very pretty horse as it is right now. The problem is I can't ride it because I am moving all over the place when I am riding that horse.
I adore its weirdness because literally the reason I've named my Ditzy is because I thought she walked like a little duck. Because they waddle.
And she waddle away.
Waddle. So you see, these are the weird, quirky things about horses that I just end up liking, and that's why I end up liking the horse.
Okay, I have to say the American Quarter / paint needs an update. My club owner... What?
I actually have one you didn't mention, but that's my... wish as a player that I would like to see.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I would love to see Akaltek.
Oh,
Yeah.
That'd
be nice.
that would be quite cool. Yeah,
I just love the horse because one of my...
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
it is a very pretty horse.
Yeah.
Very unique.
Yeah.
And now that I've played, although now this is turning to a horse episode, and I can't stop talking about horses. But I played Red Dead Redemption 2, and there are some horses in there, if you didn't know. And the Missouri Foxtrotter would be quite cool to see in the game, and maybe a Turcoman that I didn't even know was a breed.
I didn't know it was a breed. Now I know.
Yeah, play the game. It's a breed. It's called a Turcoman. It's quite similar to the Calteke, actually. Sort of long, slim, but has a mane. But it's cool. But okay, focusing on the topic. Okay. Moving on to the last question.
Yeah.
What update would you not mind be excluded for 2019? And you can cover your ears right now, Nika, if you don't mind, or if you don't want to.
Actually, I would love to listen to that.
Oh my god, should I start
Was
then?
that not the one we were talking about a minute ago?
Be as honest as possible.
Oh,
I really appreciate it.
I'm
because you
confused
did.
now.
Yeah.
I thought
no,
we had talked about that.
No, we talked about what we missed from this year. We are talking about what update we wouldn't mind be excluded. Like,
okay, I was answering the
mind
last
returning.
question instead of this last question. That entire time. Good job, me.
This is already ahead of us.
Yep.
Oh, now I think. Okay, now.
Yeah.
Oh, so you wouldn't mind less horses. Okay, so
Like just
then
like less new horses and more
Less new
updates
horses.
to more updates
okay.
to the old stuff, like or horses, quests, and things like that. Yeah. That's fine.
Okay, then we have TC's answer. Then I can go on to me, because Nika did mention that Cloud Kingdom was her favorite, and I wouldn't mind if it didn't return.
Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun.
It is an amazing area,
I love it.
and the people who made it has done amazing work. I have to agree. It is just that I don't see the point with it at the moment, and I actually can't see where it can move forward unless we actually get to that castle that is talked about being up there. Because right now we are just jumping around on clouds and rainbow races and so on. So it feels more like a distraction, and it's not really feeling like it has a purpose in the game than just an extent. Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, you can't prove me wrong next year. But that is what I feel right now.
Do I hear a challenge here?
Oof. Yeah,
What do you see?
nah.
This is going to become the me and thing.
Oof. Yeah, prove me wrong and make it better next year. Then I'll change my mind about the Cloud Kingdom. Cici, what would you not mind be excluded for 2019?
Yes. I'm kind of on the same track as TC. That I kind of would see maybe like less horses and maybe clothes and more focus on other things, like updating the game. Because if more focus on updating the game, then we can get more new and more cool stuff. So I really like that.
Yeah. No, I want the horse.
We're not saying you can't have the horses.
It's road. They have a horse committee.
It's like we could still have a few new ones, but I would like more of the old ones to get some love because there's a lot of the old ones that I don't have at all because when I joined the game, they were really old horses at that point, even for me. So
They need some love.
Yeah. Okay. Okay then. It's okay. Nika, do you want to answer this question?
It's really difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult question to answer.
Without being rude to someone, I can imagine.
That's the thing. That's even like more difficult than what you would like to see because what you would like to see it's a huge list.
Yeah.
And then what you would not like. I mean, I want everything. I'm not a modest person, you know.
I want everything. Okay, we can skip this question for you. It's okay because we don't want bad tension in the office when you return.
Yeah.
I don't think that will be the case, but thank you. As I said, I mean, there's even a little thing I would like to see in the game because I think every little idea from the player it deserves to be in the game.
Wow.
Unfortunately, that's not the reality of things.
Yeah.
No.
But if I could make it happen, I would totally make it happen.
Good save. Oh, wow. Okay. So we are done with the question where everyone answers, and now we're going to focus on you, Nika. Are you ready to be roasted?
Oh, okay. Oh my.
Okay.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
Yeah, so a lot of people, but I know that a lot of players, including me, would like to work at Star Stable, but some just think that it's all about being able to make the game. But for example, me knows that there's a lot more around it. So I want to give a bit more perspective of what you can actually come from to be able to work at Star Stable. So what I would like to know is, what is your education earlier experience?
So I finished the first 3 years, and I have a degree for journalism and PR from Croatia, Dubrovnik. Then I moved to Sweden, and then I started working with localization, customer support, and community management. A bit of a QA as well. It's everything. Then I moved to the CRM. And then I moved to the current role of product owner.
Okay.
So it's quite a journey.
Yeah. I can see that. So basically, but in education-wise, you are a journalist.
Well, actually, education, I have a bachelor degree
Okay.
from journalism and PR.
Okay.
It was
And PR, we are meaning public relations.
public relations.
Okay, yeah. Good. So second question, how did you start working at Star Stable? How did you get to where you are today?
So it all started 3 years ago.
Mhm.
I was approached by a recruiter for the role of the CRM manager.
Uh-huh.
I was very, very happy, and I got it.
Yeah.
So I started working at Star Stable. Pretty much a dream come true. And as a CRM manager, I worked with emails and campaigns and building the tool. Been there for 2 years, and then I moved to the product owner role within the game production. As that was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to work with the game production.
Okay. So there are many
I got a
ways to
chance.
get there.
Yes, exactly, and I'm very happy that I got the chance because it is my passion. I mean,
Yeah.
I love the CRM. It was just so much fun. I mean,
Mm.
the Queen of Redeem. I mean, that title, like, I have to put it in my CV.
Yeah. I was the queen of Redeem. Hire me.
All the power.
Oh,
I'm joking. But yeah, it was quite fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Queen of Redeem.
And it was fun to work and improve on the email communication, on campaigns and all that. But I realized that I really, really wanted to see how the games are made and with the game development.
Oh.
And I got the chance, and this year has been amazing. It's so much fun. I mean, it was a lot of hard work, but it was so much fun, and it's amazing what I say to see the magic happen, and you are there seeing it happen. It's just it's magical.
Cool. I actually like to know how it all works, and it is quite fun to see how it can just change in a way, and you can get somewhere you didn't know you end up in a way. For example, when you started studying journalism. And now you're a product owner.
I mean, that was when I started studying. I mean, I can't say how many years that was ago. You shall not mention the number.
Okay. Moving on to the next question then.
No, but the thing is, I'll just say, when I started, I didn't expect to end up in the gaming industry. I didn't. I mean, I think it's a lot of us are now in the gaming industry. We have I would say we have fairly similar stories, as in we didn't know that you can have a job. You can make games. And then you grow up, and then you find a chance, you kind of get in touch with the industry, and then you realize, oh my god, I can work and have fun, and I can get paid for it. I mean, like, that's the dream come true.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy to actually be able to fulfill my dream.
Yeah, that's cool. I guess I'm quite blessed then with me being in this generation to know that I can actually work games and not being a game developer, that I can sort of work on the side. Because I mean, all game industries needs people in the economic department and advertising and everything around that usually a business needs, not just producing a game.
Exactly. There are different departments in the game industry, and I mean, marketing, you can work with sales, you can work with finance, you can work with customer support. I mean, you can work as a developer. There are all kind of roles that are supporting the game. So.
Cool. So cool. But moving on, how does a normal day look like for a product owner?
Yeah, that was difficult.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because I can't make it fun even if I want to. So a typical day would be, I come to work, probably have coffee. We have our regular daily stand-ups where we sing for projects and for the whole game team. And then it's meetings, lunch break, and then meetings, and more meetings.
Sounds like fun.
I really try to make it fun, but it is a lot of meetings.
But I think meetings are fun, so yeah. You can have fika at meetings. You're
Yes.
having a lot of fika.
Yes, you can have fika on the meeting. That's true.
Yes.
More fun.
Okay.
It is. I mean, it is fun in a way that a number of the meetings that I mentioned are actually where the magic happens in a way that, you know, we have a lot of discussions about what it is, what we want to do, how we want to do it. Sync meetings between the different stakeholders, so everyone else in the company is aware. Okay, so this is what we are doing. We are all coordinated. But yeah, it is a lot of meetings.
Yeah, it's interesting meetings. It's not like talking about money all the time. Moving on.
I have those meetings as well.
Oh god. Never mind then. What project are you the proudest of for this year?
Again, I have a list.
No! Darn it. Okay, this list. Give me the list.
Okay, I think I can start with a starter horse with the Moreland revamp.
Yay!
With the horse rescue ranch. We're really part of the team made it happen. As I said, I mean, I know you might not like the Clown Kingdom, but I think again it was something new that was added to the game. Really fun to be a part of it. Lusitano as the horse with a special move and with the quest and the special gear and all that. The premium Yorvik pony, which was, I mean, it was a classic. I mean, it's Yorvik pony, and you know we had to really give it justice. A fjord as well. Again, another one of the most requested breeds that we get also revamped. Halloween, how the Gallopers keep. It's just mind blowing. And also I really like the work we did on the events like Fashion Week in Midsummer, where we changed the things a bit. And in my view, I think we made it a lot. So you can just have fun with your friends. You know, you can take pictures. You know, play the music and just have fun. At the events. So I think that will be it. The list can go
that was a nice
much
list.
longer.
Okay.
But I loved every project that I worked on because each one of them is special in its own way, and we learn new things. And as I said, it's really unique to see the magic happen, where it starts as an idea, and then it's after a course of a few weeks, sometimes even a week, depends. It becomes a reality, and then you see it in the game, and you're like, you just can't believe it. Like, oh my god, it's real.
People actually made this.
Yes.
Amazing people. Okay,
They
to
truly
the
are
last
amazing.
question, and I think this is going to be quite interesting then. Is there a project that has been released that you wish you could go back to for any fixes or changes?
As I said, the good thing when you with the live, which is as a star stable, because we have updates every week, is that you can always fix things, and you can always iterate on the content that we are releasing. Honestly, even those projects that mistakes were made, I would not want to change anything there, because you would not be able to learn. Like if you do not make mistakes, you're not able to learn, and you're not able to grow. And which mistake that we make, this is how we can learn new things and how can we grow. So that's why I would never really change anything.
Okay. Interesting.
It's my more, I guess, holistic view on things. But I
was a
truly
life
believe...
lesson learning. People, take notes.
I truly believe so, because I hate when people when people do not see mistakes as learnings, and as those learnings as a way for you to grow, be that in work or be that also in your personal life, because otherwise you would not be able to grow. And I love learning new things, and that's why I would not change anything.
Okay.
I mean, it's like things can always be better, but then if you know that it can be better, you can just apply that. Then you make it better.
Okay, I tried at least. But thank you, Nika, for your answers.
Thank you for having me. I'm sorry.
No, it was so much fun. Oh my
It
God.
is difficult. I mean, I must say it was a bit difficult for me. Try not to reveal anything coming up and to give any sneak peeks. And also there is a lot of things that some things I can talk about, some things that as I said, that is the work that we are working on, and for me it's difficult to kind of think about what's released and what's not yet released.
Oh right, because you're already in the next year. Oh,
I mean, the planning planning is done quite far ahead because
Can I ask how far ahead in the planning process you are? Like you say a month.
More.
Oh, okay, year.
I would
Well,
guess
I wouldn't say. Yeah, I wouldn't say like when it comes to the details, like to every release, it wouldn't be the whole year.
Yeah.
But at least now, like we need to know, like what will we as a company, focus on next year. That already has to be known. It's not just the every update each week. I mean, we are still a big company, and we all have to know what it is that we're focusing on next year, and then that is kind of like then coordinated between different departments, and what is the best way to get there to reach our goals as a company.
Yeah.
So I work a lot about balancing and figuring out like how we as a business, what is our goal business, and then what can we do to reach those goals. So I'm one leg is business department, kind of figure out all the numbers and those boring things, and another leg is actually with the game department, working, making things that are going into the game. But the planning has to be done a bit far ahead because we have to work on and also there has to be to finish up, to do some fixing, to do some quality assurance, and then to be ready to release it.
Yeah. And your plans also change occasionally because of stuff happening.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Life always happens, and it's also what we try to do is when I mentioned why we have a product owner role and why I mentioned the Scrum and the Agile, it's all about being flexible. So we would rather release maybe smaller things and try to figure out how do they work, what is the feedback we are getting out of them, and then continue building up on it, and then changing based on the players' feedback because we're not making the game for ourselves, we're making the game for our players, and we want to know what it is they want. And sometimes you think you want something, but then you build it and then you release it, and then maybe that wasn't really what I wanted, it should be changed, but then it's also good to know so you don't spend too much time developing something that might not be the right thing. So you rather try to figure out what is the what can we release to kind of try it out, if this is the right thing. If it is perfect, then we just continue working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I guess if you were to spend like all your time, let's say for 6 months you focus purely on this one thing, and then you release this one thing and the whole community goes, what the heck was that? That doesn't really work. So I guess you kind of have to go through these iterations of releasing small things over time and seeing what you kind of get, because that is more flexible and you can get more feedback more rapidly.
Exactly. It would be such a shame that you spend like half a year working on something and then you release it and it's like, oh, that didn't really work out as planned. Whoops.
Oh boy. Yeah.
But you can't get back those half a year, and there's a certain number of people that will be working on that project. That means we have to balance other things that we are working. We have a certain number of people, and it's also like these moving pieces of puzzle, like hey, if you're working on this project that takes it's this big, and then what else is coming at the same time that we can adjusting all these pieces as well, so we can still maintain our weekly releases and releasing every week. But also I'm hoping to like working on the bigger things, for instance like what we did in 2017 2018.
Okay.
like a Merlin revamp and the starter horse revamp. They were to fairly, they were bigger projects and kind of doing in parallel with the other things. We have a combination of projects like this, kind of like shorter term projects, small, I would say, and require maybe designers and a lot of artists or animators. But then we also have bigger projects that we simply know, like, we really want to do this. We really think it's important, and we, our players are saying it's important, and then we have to figure out a way how can we do that, and things that we also need to do.
Yeah, because I guess like I wasn't expecting the starters to come out so soon, but I guess you kind of did, because if you're planning to, well, obviously because you are, because the spoilers not to update Soul Riders, you kind of needed to have that out of the way, because I can guarantee if you've done the Soul Riders over first, and then everybody would go, what about our starter horses?
Exactly. Well, we look old now. So yeah.
Yeah, so I guess it's also about the timing of different things too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Gives a lot of perspective to this, which is nice. Good for the viewer or the listeners to hear. Think about what actually happens at the office before we get all the amazing stuff that we get in the game. But I think we're done with this topic, or do we have any other questions or something to say?
I think I've asked everything.
Yeah. You don't want to mention anything, Nika?
Oh my god, I have a feeling I thought I talked a lot.
No, it's okay. Guests are supposed to talk a lot.
But then I still want to say so many more things, but I'm like, I don't know how many people would like, because I could talk on and on about the work and the production and all the fun stuff and less the fun stuff.
We can actually make another episode of this. We can book you. Hey, we can do another one. We can have you again. It's fine.
We can plan something again.
Yep. We can do. We need to. I feel now. I need to make another subject for like what goes on behind the game.
And like I would suggest if anybody's listening to this and they have questions, that put them below so that we can ask them questions.
That will be really, really great.
That helps me a lot to make the questions.
Because I know probably in about half an hour I'll think of something. I'll be like, darn, should have asked that.
Yeah, exactly. Put them down in the comments, TC.
Yes.
Ask yourself.
Ask myself the question.
Note to yourself. Ask this. Okay, but then we're wrapping it up here, and keep in mind that this might be another episode sometime in the future where we'll be talking more about the office, basically what they're doing behind the game. Now I'm really looking forward to that. I am, because I think it's fun. Now we do have our segment, which is questions, and we haven't gotten any, but TC did mention a comment, which I figured is good to add. Mariah Evans suggested a topic for a future episode, which is game lore and community theories. It is something that she finds interesting, and game lore is always being added to with every update regarding story quests, which is true. Yeah. And yes, to Mariah, I have added that now to our episode list of topics. And we also wanted to add, if any of you listeners have any suggestions of whatever topic you would like to hear in the future, just drop them in a comment down below, and TC will pick them up like fish.
Not like the fishing. Not like the fishing in the game. I'm gonna get PTSD.
Oh, no, fish. Go and fish, girl. Go and fish.
I completed all my fishing, and now I have to do them again for achievements, and I refuse.
Oh boy. Oh well. But I guess then we're done for today. Thank you, Nika, for joining us.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a lot of fun.
I really, really enjoyed this. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a real joy.
Yes.
As I said,
I really answer all my questions, but
I'm really proud of myself. You know me.
Yeah, I know you.
You know how bad I am at keeping secrets, so I'm so proud of myself.
I
Today.
so wanted to have a horn beside me whenever I felt this is spoiler. Beep. But I didn't.
But it's
So-
like we need this giant red button, you know, so like,
Yeah, like-
sit and you hear this.
Nope. Bad, Nika. Bad. But you did very well. You shall have cake
Thank
someday
you.
in the future. We should actually, Cici, since we are so close, we should make a cake for all the guests who has been for like Lisa now and Nika and the winner of the photo mode, and maybe even bring some more of the Star Stable people to want to join us in our pod.
Be like you, there's free cake.
Yes, we like you. We have cake.
Well, I think you know me, like you just mentioned. And I'm like, I'm here.
Yeah,
What do I need to do?
Yes, just talk, but no spoilers. Okay, but before we end, we do want to wish you all who are listening a happy new year.
Happy New Year.
Yes,
everybody.
a very
Happy New Year, everyone.
And we will see you next year. Remember to stay awesome as always, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.